Paso a Paso podcast.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Paso podcast, otherwise known as the Paso podcast, in collaboration currently with KNCE and distributed worldwide. So if you're listening, please look up Paso podcast on the internet or your favorite app and subscribe. Today we have a very exciting program in my mind and experience, and I'm very excited to have Dr. Zarumsky with us today. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Dr. Carol Zarumsky, and I am the coordinator for the Taos County Imagination Library.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Really happy to have you here. I've had a wonderfully positive experience with the program, and please do tell us more about the Imagination Library.
Yes, the Taos County Imagination Library is an affiliate of the international program to send free books to preschoolers. That program was begun by Dolly Parton in 1994, and as of today, I think that program has distributed about 145 million books. They are distributing a book every 2 seconds, in fact. Here in Taos County, obviously, we have a much smaller program. We currently are serving over 700 children, ages newborn to 5 years of age, and they can begin the day they're born. In fact, we have some youngsters who are being registered the day after they leave the hospital. There's a little bit of information provided by Holy Cross Hospital in the goodie bag that mom gets to take home, and included in that bag is information about how to register the child. But of course, there are other ways to do so. Any parent can go online to www.imaginationlibrary.com and follow the instructions for a parent registration. The information the parent would need would be the mailing address and, importantly, the zip code, because that is the way the program is structured, by zip code. Here in Taos County, all the zip codes work. We do serve the entire county. So mom or dad or whoever the caregiver may be can go online and provide the child's name, date of birth, who the adult is who is registering the child, the mailing address, telephone, and email if those are available. The email address does serve as the account registration for that child. And the only requirement is that that child be a resident of Taos County. That is the absolute only requirement. And then would be perhaps 8 weeks or so for the registration to be processed through the Dollywood Foundation. And then the child will begin to receive the free books. And isn't every child excited to get something in the mail? The book will come with shrink wrap, and it will have the child's name and the adult's name, and it goes directly to the child's home.
Yeah, that's incredible. I just think it's probably one of our community's best kept secrets. Unfortunately, I think that so many parents would enjoy participating, and their children would enjoy participating. And as a father of a couple children, I didn't know about the program with my now older children, and so glad I do with my younger one now. And it's wonderful that you do spread word about the Imagination Library with those goodie bags, as you mentioned, handed out to new parents at the hospital. I think that's a really smart way of spreading the word. And on top of that, the fact that you're already servicing and sending books rather to so many children in our community, I'd hope you'd feel as though that outreach was successful so far.
We are making progress like so many programs. There has been a challenge under the conditions of COVID, and we did lose some of the registration. Obviously, each month there are children who have their 5th birthday and they graduate from the program. At that point, each child receives the very same book, and that book is Look Out Kindergarten, Here I Come, which has proven to be a delight from what I'm hearing back from the kiddos and the adults who care for them. What we know about this program is that there is a wide body of research as well as the local adult feedback that tells us what a difference the books make to families and in their opportunities to connect with their children in a very positive way. The kiddos look forward to receiving these personally addressed books, and they really treasure the story time. Children who have their own books at home, we know they benefit by having larger vocabularies, and they're more successful at school. We have the research that shows the positive impact of this program.
Yeah, it's wonderful. The books that I see arriving and the frequency with which they arrive really builds and creates a literary entertainment library for the children. And as we all know, if we all have certain passions like cooking, you'd like to have probably more than 2 spices around. If you're a music fan like me, you like to have more than 2 records to listen to or something. And given that it's a free service and available to every family in our county, it just is a beautiful opportunity to help build a collection of books that a young person can pick through, reread, develop favorites from, and really enjoy the bountiful opportunities that await in having options with the books at home, regardless of whether the family has money to buy extra books or not. It's so amazing. I'm sure you've done many things in your career. What led you to connecting with Imagination Library?
Well, I am a clinical mental health counselor, and my specialty area is infant mental health, serving youngsters in this age category. I'm also a member of Paso a Paso, and the Imagination Library here is a project of Paso a Paso. We did receive an inquiry about 3 years ago from the individuals who head the Imagination Library in the state of New Mexico. They were looking for someone to become a member of the state oversee board and to really initiate the local program. It was immediately something that appealed to me, and we've now been in operation for about 3 years. The program has continued to grow overall at a steady pace. And I think that is true in part because of the real value of this program in supporting the development of children from birth through 5. The people who are members of PASO are individuals and organizations serving this age group, and I am very grateful to them for their assistance in recognizing children who could benefit from the program and through whatever service they may be offering to introduce the families to this program. And that has led to excellent support from the community. the Taos Community Imagination Library, which we call Tickle, has been, that's a very popular, popular acronym. We have received financial support from the Taos Community Foundation, the Lannel Foundation, locally, Rotary, and most recently, the Lions Club. The fiscal agent for this program is the Friends of the Taos Public Library. And of course, they have been supporting literacy for all ages for more than 20 years.
Wow. Well, that partnership sure makes sense, and I appreciate you bringing that up. That's not something I was aware of. And we're very lucky as a community to have you organizing this program for us, bringing it to our community. And it was so nice to hear that when it was offered to Paso Paso, or that outreach was made, that it was something you were interested in. I'm sure that made the process of initiating it here a lot easier than if it was something that was not necessarily matched with someone who shared the excitement for the ideas you had. How's it been through these last 3 years? And where would you like to see the program go next?
As I mentioned, this growth has been steady. We did have some challenges with the event of COVID, but we are building back steadily. There are about 1,600 to 1,700 children in the county who are eligible to receive these books. And of course, we would like to reach all of them. There's something there for even the youngest child. There are 6 different age groups for the books, and the selections are made by individuals who are experts in early childhood education. So, we begin with things for newborns, where just those little colorful board books that introduce children to language in a way that is playful and really appropriate for who they are at that stage in life. And then we proceed through the other groups, each time bringing in themes and concepts that are really aligned with where that child's development is going in terms of academic preparation, their social emotional development. We're really connecting with the other programs of Paso a Paso and serving development of the whole child.
Yeah, amazing. And thanks so much for spending time today to share this information with everyone listening. One more time, how can families get enrolled in the program? If I recall correctly, and tell me if I'm wrong, imaginationlibrary.com is that the web address?
www.imaginationlibrary.com. And if a family is receiving services through any of the PASO programs, if they have a child in one of our community child care programs, these are individuals who have information about the program and quite possibly will be able to provide registration forms.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Carol, for sharing that with us, and thanks for all the work you're doing, both with Imagination Library and beyond. And I look forward to having some more community members sign up, and thanks for all your work.
Thanks so much, Miles.
Paso a Paso podcast.
Thank you so much to Dr. Z and the Imagination Library, and thanks to you for listening. This is a really enjoyable series for me to create. Paso a Paso podcast is available on your favorite podcast app, whether Apple or Spotify or all those other things. We are super grateful to have KNC airing these live in Taos. And please subscribe, follow, and check out our website, pasotaos.org. Have a great day.